In today's video, we're going to be discussing KLIP, which is the Kraneshares covered call ETF on KWEB. It has a huge dividend and it looks poised for a breakout. So I'm going to share with you how I play KLIP to live the FIRE lifestyle, which means financially independent, retire early. KLIP helps us earn over $300,000 per year in dividends, as you can see below. And also, we're outperforming the markets on all metrics. We're beating the markets on a year-to-date basis. We're up 13.9%. The S&P is up 7, the Nasdaq's up 7, the Dow's up 2, and the Russell's down 1, or up 1 actually. And we're up 8,200 today, or 0.92% on this Monday. As you can see above, the S&P is only up 0.6, the Nasdaq's up 0.64, and the Dow's up 0.28. So we're beating all of the indexes once again on a year-to-date basis and on a daily basis. And this is from Cornerstone. Today, the biggest strength in the portfolio is coming from Cornerstone. It's up 0.91%. This is not a video about Cornerstone, but I want to get it out of the way. Cornerstone is a 4-star fund that I anchor all of my portfolio to. I have about 400 grand in Cornerstone because it has a 21% dividend and it drips that dividend down at the NAV. So if the dividend is up here, the 21% dividend that it sets every year, 21%, then it's dripping the dividend down here at the bottom at the NAV, at the true market value. Also, Cornerstone moves up on a daily basis, so you can get 20 to 30% premiums per year in Cornerstone and get the 20% dividend and get the special drip, and it's 4-star rated and it goes up or left or right on its chart, but you have to learn how to play Cornerstone properly. You have to factor back in dividends, drips, and rights offerings. If you need help playing Cornerstone, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. Also, when you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. It's right here on the Cornerstone discussion channel and the Cornerstone rights offering announcement channel. We have almost 1,000 members here in the Discord chat room pursuing the FIRE lifestyle, so if I can't answer any questions you may have on your brokerage account, they most likely can. So we're up big today because of Cornerstone, and we also want to buy some more KLIP because it's looking cheap on its chart. If you go to a chart of KLIP, you'll see that, well, we have to go to KWEB. If you go to a chart of KWEB, you'll see that it's had a breakout, okay? My members reintroduced this idea to me, so I'm really appreciative of them. I mean, of course, I already have KLIP, but there's a better way to play KLIP, in my opinion, and I'm going to show you how I do that right now. So KWEB, once again, it had a breakout, okay, past all the moving averages, and we've been going sideways for about 2 years. China has been doing nothing for about 2 to 3 years, so it looks due for a run. Now, KLIP doesn't really give you much upside appreciation. Plus, if you go to a snapshot of KLIP, you'll see the problem, okay? KWEB, that moves upward, left, or right. We want that for capital gains exposure, but KLIP, K-L-I-P, it doesn't really move up. It goes sideways, which is fine. It has a 57% dividend, and this is all we want from China. We don't want volatility from China. We just want this dividend to keep coming in uninterrupted. However, KLIP is 50% maintenance, while Cornerstone is 30% maintenance. Okay, CLM, 30% maintenance. Also, KWEB is 30% maintenance. If we go to KWEB, K-W-E-B, KWEB is 30% maintenance. So this is the entire secret to living the FIRE lifestyle, the maintenance. KWEB is 30%, KLIP is 50%. So I want to play KWEB in addition to KLIP so that we can maximize this lower maintenance that KWEB has. If you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So KWEB, 30% maintenance, how do we play this on top of KLIP? How do we get more capital gains exposure on top of KLIP since KLIP goes sideways without taking up all of our margin? Because without taking up all of our available withdrawal, because as you know, at this channel, for every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power. I'm just using a fraction of that purchasing power to get ahead. I have around $317,000 in margin debt, but this is low interest debt. I can negotiate this down again. I've negotiated it down twice. Many of my clients who bought my e-guides did the same thing, because when you buy my e-guides, not only do you get free access to Discord for life, but you also get my phone number for life, so you can call me anytime you have a question. I also help walk clients through how to negotiate their margin rates down. So I have this at around 6% interest. This is not bothering me. I don't mind having $300,000 of debt on. Also, my dividends of around $250,000 per year. Actually, now we're at $300,000 roughly per year. My dividends of around $300,000 will pay back my debt in around 1 year. Then my account will grow by that equivalent amount. So if I'm at $600,000 in a perfect world, then with $300,000 in dividends, we should be at $900,000 by the end of the year, and then my debt will be at zero. Obviously, I have living expenses. Obviously, I have about $50,000 to $60,000 in bills, so my debt won't be totally at zero by the end of the year, but I never want my debt to go to zero because I always want to keep growing. Plus, because it's low interest, I don't mind keeping it on once again. So how can I maximize KLIP with KWEB. Okay, well, here's what I did. See KWEB where my mouse is here? I sold a put on KWEB. So here it is, 31 strike price minus 4. So our cost basis is actually 27 or so, 26.80. So this is a really low risk, high reward setup because KWEB, as you can see, 27 is its channel. Between 25 and in the 20s, anywhere in the 20s for the past few years, it has been going sideways. So if I have my premiums of $400 and I do 21 minus 4, once again, that is around a $26, $27 cost basis, which is where the range has been for the last 2 years. So this is a low risk way for me to get some upside exposure with KWEB, because not only are we getting the premiums from KWEB, but this can move up. These long-term puts, these leaps, they are bullish, and so they can move up when KWEB is moving up. Okay, also I sold a put on yen because yen is the Chinese ETF for everything else in China. KWEB is the technology ETF. So yen, $30 strike price minus $11. So we received $1,100 approximately for selling this put today. My cost basis is in the teens. It's below 20. So this is a really low risk, high reward way to play China currently at the moment. Yen, once again, here's the chart of yen. On a 1 year chart, you can see it's starting to move. On a 5 year chart, it's done nothing. Now, yen decays, and this is a leverage ETF, so you have to be careful. But at around 30 a strike price with $11 premiums, my risk is down here in the teens. So I don't mind if I get assigned to yen buying at the bottom. One of the world's largest economies, China. I don't care if it's good news or bad news associated with China at the time. I know it's not very trustworthy, but you have to have a complete diversified approach when you're trying to invest in the market. And if you want to outperform the markets and spread your risk around, you need to diversify. And China is one of the largest economies out there, the largest international economies out there. So of course I'm going to have some exposure to China through KLIP. But KLIP, once again, is 50% maintenance. Also yen, let's look at the maintenance on this. Yen is, I believe, 100% maintenance. So be very careful with yen. When I sold the put on yen at 30 a strike price, it was a low assignment risk, okay, because $30 times 100 in an options contract is only $3,000 of an options assignment. So $3,000 is our assignment risk, but we also got $1,100 for the premium. So really, we can only lose around $2,000 in yen, and of course China won't go to zero. So this is my bet on China, how I'm playing KLIP, how to get not only 50% dividends from KLIP so that you can get more dividends to live the FIRE lifestyle, because these dividends, they help qualify to banks for loans. If I play yen or if I play KWEB, those might help my account grow, maybe, but they don't qualify as income to banks for loans. Okay, if you want to live the FIRE lifestyle and live free from a 9 to 5, you have to not be dependent on pay stubs. So dividends replace the pay stub. So I want the qualifying income from KLIP. And also, you never know, China could keep going sideways to down. So the dividends from KLIP keep paying us back no matter what. The 50% dividends will cash flow us in KLIP no matter what. So I prefer just owning KLIP and getting my growth from Cornerstone, Yield Max, and Defiance. I already explained to you how Cornerstone works. That's how we're getting most of our day's gains today. If you need more help playing Cornerstone, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. I buy Defiance for the sideways moving nature of those funds, and then I buy Yield Max for the upward left to right gains, but you have to trade around Yield Max. You have to trade around the highs and lows for Yield Max if you want to avoid the erosion there. With Cornerstone, you don't have to trade around the highs and lows. You just wait for them to alert you of the rights offering announcement, and then you reload at the bottom when they tell you to. So it's not like trading the S&P or stocks within where you have to time them yourselves, which takes a lot of skill. The rights offering in Cornerstone is forecasted to you. They telegraph it to you, so you don't have to time when to rebalance the S&P or when to buy and sell the Yield Max funds. Cornerstone does all the work for you, so that's why we love Cornerstone here at the Discord chat room. It's also 30% maintenance, so you can put so much of your money in Cornerstone and not be at risk of a margin call. Again, it's all about keeping high available withdrawal here when you're trying to live the FIRE lifestyle. Even if you don't use margin like me, you want to keep high available withdrawal so that you can keep withdrawing freely out of your brokerage account. If you can't withdraw freely out of your brokerage account to get your money, you're going to have to get it from a job or credit cards, which are high interest, and jobs take all of your time and energy from you. So you want to keep a high available withdrawal amount even if you're not using margin. But I use margin. Why not? Because the dividends pay this back. It doesn't show up on a credit check, and it's low interest debt. So again, how can this be much of a negative factor for me if my dividends pay this back by the end of the year. My risk is gone. Also, I keep put options on in the portfolio just in case we have a 20 to 30% correction overnight. Of course, I can withstand over 20% corrections in the market and still withdraw freely out of my account and spend my E-Trade credit card, swipe it, and go wherever I want in this world. But I can also potentially make more money in a fall with those put options if we have a crash of 30% or more overnight. If you need help understanding how I use put options and insurance for my portfolio, that's also in my Volume 3 e-guide. Okay, so that'll do it for the video. That's how I'm combining KLIP with KWEB and yen to get max performance and dividends out of my account. I really only care about dividends, not the performance, but the performance is just icing on the cake because you want high available withdrawal at all times. And who doesn't want to beat the market? Also, after today's gains of 7,500 and the Defiance dividends that are coming in tonight, we should see our performance increase here from about 14% to almost 18%. So we're going to be beating all the indexes on a year-to-date basis while still collecting dividends. We don't care if we're up or down for the year. We just want these dividends so they keep paying our bills and we keep living the FIRE lifestyle. If you need help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides at aikentod48@gmail.com. Again, Discord and my phone number come free with my e-guides, so keep that in mind. Also, if you want to follow my portfolio after you buy my e-guides to continue on the FIRE journey with me, just click the join button here on my wall, or I'll link that in the description below. And I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Thanks.